Welcome back to another Epidose. These crazy people that just eat meat and can't stop talking about it. Today, I'm Tom. This is Justin. Today, we're doing a short ribs on what, Justin? What are we doing?
Yeah, so before we get to that, I just want to remind everyone to please smack a steak on that like button. Go ahead and throw some eggs on the subscribe button, and throw a little dash of salt on that, a notification bell that lets you know whenever we drop a new video, whether it's a short rib or a long bone. Long bone are interviews or longer videos, about an hour long, typically on one or a few subjects. But today's topic is, we just turned over the Earth's odometer to 2022. So it was just New Year's. So it's 2022, and typically around New Year's, people got their New Year's resolutions. Typically there's some sort of flaw, something that's aching them, something that they want to change, right, about themselves. And the number one thing that people always want to change about themselves, I think, every year is probably the most popular thing, so much so that there's an entire industry, if not industries, surrounding this, and that's health and weight loss. I'm going to quit drinking. I'm going to quit smoking. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to not spend so much money at the track. I'm going to walk away from the tables. Whatever your thing is, there's always some sort of human flaw people are working on. I'm flawless, so I have no resolutions at this moment because I'm an absolutely perfect individual in every single way. You can ask Tom. But that doesn't mean that I don't have the heart. See, again, because I'm a flawless individual, the heart to reach out to others and really help them out if they feel they need to. And I think if you are on a health journey or a weight loss journey, I think mine and Tom's and other people, of course, out there's knowledge about the perfect human diet, the carnivore diet that this channel's more or less dedicated to, is a great way to assist nearly anyone on health, fitness, and weight loss goals, or weight gain goals as well, actually, as there are some people in the community, which I'm going to prove as well. I'm currently on a gain weight journey with carnivore. Well, gain muscle.
I think one of the first things we always tell people is try not to do too many things at once. So if you want to make your main focus just changing what you eat, then focus on that, So if you want to go carnivore, get in the habit of it, plan your meals, have some idea what you're going to eat, have the food on hand. So, you don't find yourself diving into the donut shop because you're hungry and you didn't have any food with you or whatever, giving into those cravings. Just, you might, for some people, they're diehards that just want to jump in head first and they're going to throw every bag of chips away or whatever they can, but, and just eat meat and never look back. But most people aren't like that. And most people don't live alone. So they can't trash everybody else's food and then just buy what they want. So,
hey, maybe their New Year's resolution was to make everyone else they live with unhappy.
Or drag them all into carnivore with them, right?
Right.
So, maybe you need to start by just making sure you eat meat with every meal, and eat that first. And then if you're going to eat your other stuff, eat that second. And then once you're used to that, then you start cutting out the other stuff, cutting out the carbs. So that might be the best approach for some people, because some people try and go cold turkey and it's overwhelming and they're not prepared. So you got to be prepared, man. You got to know where that food's coming from, how much you need to eat, how frequently you need to eat to feel satisfied, so you don't not overcome with cravings and don't fall back into your own ways. And then maybe set a goal for, some sort of activity. Of course, the obvious activity for a lot of people is just to go to the gym and do something at the gym, right? Maybe you take a class, maybe do, I don't know, yoga or Pilates, or you like hitting the treadmill or the stepper or the elliptical, or take a Zumba class or whatever they do now.
I thought you were going to say take a Joe Zumbo class. Biking. There you go. But walking is great exercise.
Walk the dog, walk your dog every day, twice a day. Walk your neighbor's dog. Poor dog stuck in the backyard by itself all time. Have some pity. So whatever it is, then get the activity going. I mean, if you try and do too much at one time, I mean, we see people all the time, they're gonna change their diet, start fasting, they're gonna do some sort of cleanse, and then they're gonna hit the gym and they're gonna do all this stuff all at one time. And that's usually a little too much. I
And
mean,
quit smoking crack. So hard.
I mean, if you're David Goggins, it might work, but for most mortals, that's a bit much. You're gonna get up at 3:58 a.m. with Jocko Willink, start swinging the kettlebells around, leave a giant puddle on the floor. That's not for everybody. I don't know why he gets up that early, except he's got some sort of genetic defect, but he must go to bed at like 7:55 in the evening, right?
Something like that. I know. Hopefully he's in bed before me. I don't know.
So yeah, have some structure for your goal, right? And know what you want out of it. I mean, the obvious thing that everybody sort of gravitates toward is weight loss, or we should say getting leaner, right? Reducing body fat and increasing muscle mass is really what most people's goals are, but they're not clear about it, and they're just going to stare at a number on a scale and be disappointed when that number doesn't change fast enough, right? But at the end of the day, what you really want is to be healthier, right? And a big part of that can be composition, right? So having more muscle is going to help you live longer and help you be healthier. There's no two ways about it, right? That's what keeps us alive. That's what protects us when we fall, so we don't break a hip. That's that grip strength you need to grab onto something when, you know, you're slipping on the ice or whatever it is, right? That's what makes the difference. So setting your goals around that, and once you get the eating down, do the same thing with whatever exercise you're doing or activity you're doing. If it's going to the gym, make it regular. Once you develop those habits, those long-term habits, you get them going for a month, 3 months at a time, it gets much easier to keep it going, right?
Yeah, and speaking of, so with the carnivore diet, oftentimes before any body composition, weight loss, what have you, two things typically happen, and that's better mental health, better emotional states, better mood, and then better energy. And then typically once those two dominoes are feeling better, people kind of naturally gravitate to the wanting to move around and do more domino.
Yeah, and a lot of people when they cut out carbs, they go low carb or carnivore or whatever, they typically lose some water weight right off the bat, which is inspiring. And it's a good thing, but it's not gonna, typically you're not gonna get those sort of losses continuously, right? It's kind of like when you first go to the gym, you tend to make gains pretty quickly in the beginning. You know, it's kind of the new what do you call that when you make gains in the beginning? I forgot what they call that, but anyways, it's easier to make the gains right in the beginning when you're starting from zero, right? It's much harder to make big gains once you've achieved quite a bit, right? So, but if you get to that point, you're probably gonna be self-propelled anyways. So yeah, a lot of the gains in the beginning are good, but you know, if it gets a little tougher, you know, a few months in, don't be discouraged because it gets tougher for everybody, you know.
And to make this super simple, how can you start? You've stumbled across this video, eat more meat today. Pretty much it, whether it's some more bacon, a steak, some chicken, eggs, whatever you like, just eat more meat today. And that seems to help people.
And what is it you want? I mean, maybe you get winded easy and you just want to be able to walk a couple miles. You know, that's a worthy goal. Maybe you just need to get yourself a pair of headphones, listen to some audiobooks, or you know, just line up all the meat mosaic videos and just listen to one after another as you walk mile after mile, you know, with a probably very appreciative pet who would love to get out and stretch their legs. Or maybe you want to row, maybe you want to lift weights, which is my personal favorite. So, you know, maybe you want to be strong. Or maybe you want to do pull-up exercise, you know, maybe you want to break world record for the most pull-ups, right, Justin?
Yeah, that would be awesome. I'm working my way there. There you go.
Yeah. Or maybe you want to do 1,000 yoga classes in a row. I know some people really enjoy that. So anyways, know what you want, set some goals, try some new things out, right? Maybe go take a class at the gym or the studio or something. Maybe you want to get into Brazilian jiu-jitsu, get out there and contort some people. So anyways, have an idea, maybe talk to somebody. If you want some help setting goals, ask somebody who's done it before. Find something you enjoy. So
Yeah, on that note, get social. Typically every activity has a group attached to it. Get in those groups, start chatting at people. No, you're not going to get along with everyone, but hopefully make a couple of meaningful connections, and that can really help on your journey from getting started and beyond.
yep, find your community. Leave us some comments. Let us know what your goals are for 2022. Maybe you have a fitness goal, or maybe you just want to adjust your carnivore diet that you're already started, or maybe you're just curious about it and you want some tips. We did a video called Carnivore 101 a while back, so maybe we can freshen that one up, send it out. So, but until next time, eat some meat, feel better. Whatever you do,
do.
don't fall
Don't
down
fall
that
down the cart hole.